And do you know too much about the DAC process and this multidimensional kind of healing and consciousness transformation, or is this like your first exposure, I guess, to what you might be about to experience?
I've seen you I attended your call when you did the one, I don't know how long ago it was, but it was it was something around like the fear of singing in front of people, I want to
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I know I did something before that. My memory is just like awful right now. I'm not gonna lie, but I know I did something before that. I've been following you for about 2.5 years now.
Yeah,
Um,
beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful. So you've got some exposure, you've experienced the DAC process in the singing one. I can't remember what that one was about. Um, and yeah, you're now here to experience your own one-on-one with this, which is really exciting to be able to, I guess, demonstrate it, to gift it to someone specifically, and then also have that ripple effect of it being watched, received collectively. So the energy that we have talked about is dread. So I'd love to know a little bit about what dread has been for you in your life and how that's sort of shown up.
So a common theme here has been, especially for the past a little over 2 years, has been basically like existential dread. Pretty
Mm-hmm.
much, I recall feeling like that ever since I was younger. Like I have, like especially in school, because I have ADHD, autistic expressions. So like public school was always a struggle for me. Like I would wake up every single morning just like dreading going to school. Like I was dreading anything unless it involved me being outside in nature. Um, or dreading being around certain family because I didn't know like how to behave, or because I was always seen as like shy,
Mm-hmm.
um and just very like quiet and stuff, and I just didn't always feel comfortable opening up around all of my family members, so like just stuff like that. And then like dreading work has been a common thing here, but lately, like honestly over the past 2 years or so, I've been experiencing in the morning just like this existential dread upon waking up. And even like the night before going to bed, I'm like, oh, I'm already dreading waking up in the morning. Um, I'm not going to lie. And I feel called to share this just in case anybody else watching this may be struggling with something like this too. I mean, I have a history of substance misuse and abuse. And right now, I've been self medicating for my ADHD with kratom powder. And I'm
Oh, yeah.
definitely wanting to get off of that because it's just become entirely too much of a crutch. And I can feel it just does, it helped me for a while, but now it's just feeling like trying to keep my balance on a, what do they call the wire? I forget what that's called, trap wire or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like I said, it's just like, and I feel like it just bleeds into all aspects of my life, like dreading the day, like dreading going to work, or dreading just, I don't know, even things that I typically enjoy. Like I love going to the gym, but lately I've been dreading that too. So it's
Too.
starting to become a thing where I'm dreading things that I typically even look forward
Look
to.
forward to. Yeah. So it's
Mhm.
really awake and really present within your experience to go, okay,
Yes.
let's move through this one. Um, so I'm really grateful that I was guided to you, because it sounds like it's gotten quite loud and uncomfortable, and that's the thing with these presentations. So just to give a little bit of a recap with that, what we would say is that you're functioning from a reality of dread. If we just see it as like its own planet of consciousness, and we have multiple planets of consciousness that we, function from. Sometimes it might be anxiety and dread, and it might be happiness and love, and whatever it is that our conscious and our subconscious and our unconscious, as well as our superconsciousness, are focusing on. Those are the realities that we bring. So some of them are intentional, some of them are very much ran off patterns, programs, and behaviors. So when we look at a reality such as dread or and any, they're made up of beliefs, stories, emotions, patterns, and basically a consciousness signature. And it's the same for everyone. So the core foundations of the reality that is experiencing dread in life is the same for me, for you, for everyone, but your experience will be different of it to my experience. And so it's just the way that we experience that reality that makes us unique.
Right.
And
It's kind
so
of like the what is it? The form is different, but the content is the same. Kind of like,
yeah,
okay.
yep, yep. So that that gets to be something that I guess makes it a unique healing for you, because no one can have the transformation that you'll have, but they will all resonate with the core elements and the core points, because they're actually not different for each and every one of us. And this one's actually quite interesting because I haven't, so I'm in the process, it's probably going to be a 3-year process of creating a book that has every possible consciousness that I can think of broken down as a self-healer book with the process itself. So people can buy the book, buy the process, and they can go and do it for themselves. That's my overall goal, is
That sounds
to
amazing.
yeah, like I don't want people to be relying on me. I want them to find their own way to find and move through things. So time will bring that forward. But so this one is one that I hadn't broken down before. But basically, it gets broken down in the reality, the state that creates for the person. So what that the state that the person's functioning from internally. And then it's the primary thought that created it in the first place, the emotion that then, they work together through those quadrants, the emotion that then drives it. Then there's the soul fragmentation, or the split from energy, what energy was released and no longer available, which creates an inversion or a distortion or a lower vibrational experience. And then you've got the physical manifestation, so whatever illness, disease that it connects to. So it's a big body of work, because like, can you imagine all the illnesses and diseases? I don't even know how many there would be, even in a medical dictionary. But so I've broken that down and gone to the core wound, and I feel like I want to share it with you and just get you to close your eyes and not analyze it, but actually just feel into what pops up and then unpack it for me. And what we'll do today in the session is we're going to use this framework, but I'm going to also take you through your own personal presentation or experience of it. Because in, say, I do these ones in like a 30 to 40 minute session, and someone just gets to sit and receive and have a massive quick quantum leap transformation, but they don't participate, they're just receiving, which is beautiful and powerful and perfect, and it's like, okay, in and out and amazing. But these really big, I guess, individualized experiences, they're usually about 90 minutes, where we go in and let the voice talk and the experience and the memory and all of that come up to be processed, which feels beneficial, especially for how loud it's been and the fact that you've had it since you're a child, to process and fully cognitively understand what's taken place, because that can help the solidification and then the integration process. So I'm going to just invite us to drop into some breaths and closed eye while I talk to you about it, and I'll get you to give me a bit of a feedback response around what comes up, if that feels good for you.
Yes.
Yeah? All right. So let's just close our eyes down, become present in the body, and we're going to ask for mind, heart, and gut coherence to all work together as one brain of consciousness intelligence through the body. So the heart brain, awake and listening and communicating. The gut brain, awake and listening and communicating. And the mental brain in the crown, awake and activated and communicating. Just envisioning, feeling, sensing, receiving an infinity symbol that just weaves them all together, looping around, through, and synergizing those intelligence centers of your body as you just land here. Everything else just dissolves away. There's no other moment of time. The only time is now. And we're going to take 3 nice deep breaths together to just settle into the space by breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And just sitting there and just staying in that present moment and connecting with the heart. And you might want to expand it by feeling that heart energy pulsing and weaving through the center of your toroidal field, where your above, your below, your inner and your outer all work in perfect synergy and harmony together. Amazing. Now just listening, I'm going to share with you. So the reality that we experience, and you've shared very much the story, the presentation, how that expresses, is dread. Now dread as a consciousness presentation actually creates a state of hell. Feeling like hell on our earth, feeling like hell exists within you, feeling like there's no heaven really, that hell is the state of functioning. And it might be unconscious, it might be subconscious, but there's this dread that just is thread through all of life. So life doesn't exist as life, it exists as a presentation of hell. Now, the thought that created this dread, the very first time it ever existed and continues to run, is this thought, this can't be happening. This can't be happening to me, this can't be happening again, this can't be occurring. And so this thinking of disbelief, of how something so crappy or even perceived as being so bad, this can't be happening. The same dread can't be happening. Now that creates an emotional response in the body or through the emotional quadrants of what you might consider hardship. Feeling a hardship to change, feeling hardship in life, feeling hardship in love, just this constant hardship of experience. And obviously hardship isn't exactly an emotion, but it is an experience of sensations and feelings and multiple emotions. Now, the fragmentation, the soul fragmentation might not have any relevance, but basically what it does is foundational inversions. So the foundations of who we are get inverted. And our foundations are the core elements of who we are. And so we start to invert the energy of the foundation of the true essence of who we are. That creates a physical manifestation. It's actually a very rare, DNA damage response disorder. So it's, I'm gonna not do so well at saying it, but it's ataxia telangiectasia. It's A-T. Basically, it impairs the ATM protein, leading to progressive physical unsteadiness, immune issues, and premature cellular decline. So it's a decline of the cellular tissues. And we don't need to see that in the physical, but we can often have that energy signature in the physical. So we can have mild symptoms of something without it being a manifested disease or illness. Now, the core wound that created this, and from the very, very first point, dread consciousness existed, was the core wound of I'm dying. Now, I have some awareness around what I feel this could connect you to because it's been quite loud, but I'd love to hear what comes up for you around all of that sharing, what resonates, what you're thinking, what you're feeling.
I feel like it definitely all resonates. Especially, I mean, when you said that, like I'm dying, that's really interesting because I've made a few comments to my fiance where I've literally said I feel like I'm dying or something in me is dying, and it's not something that I would want to die off in me.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, really, it all resonates.
So, as you know, you can have so many different perspectives of what I'm dying actually was or is or the experience. And until we drop in and go through the whole process, you may not see anything, but you may have a big moment or feeling. But what I'm seeing as a potential for you specifically, and it's definitely one I think a lot of people would resonate, I keep getting shown the moment of time that you really realize that you're in a physical human experience. And I
Yes,
see this, and it takes me back to the thought, and I keep seeing the thought of like, this can't be happening. Like, I'm in a physical body and it hurts, and this is shit, and I don't want to be here, and why the fuck am I here? And it feels like I'm dying being a human.
everything everything feels too intense.
Yeah,
It's too dense here.
yeah. So that's what I'm seeing really strongly in your energy. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is why, yeah, this would be a really big thing because it comes in from whenever that moment was. It doesn't feel like conception for you, just so that I'm aware. I can feel it maybe around, it looks like stages of it just getting worse and more intense, and specifically around like close to 3 all the way to say 5.5 feels like a big period where this was like decided because of whatever was going on. So that's what I'm aware of from your field. And it's a beautiful, beautiful realization because when we're doing inner child reconciliation like that, we're really bringing back life. So between 0 and 7, when we fragment there, we lose huge parts of ourselves. And as you said, you feel like something in you's dying that you don't want to die. It's probably something from that time that feels so much like it's almost dead that you don't know how you're going to re-access it. And that's going to, of course, that's going to create dread. You're going to dread that potential existence, and it's going to manifest in that way. So my intention is to take you through that as well as your own internal consciousness, and to further drop you in to let your body and all your pieces and parts, specifically your inner child, and the elements of awareness. Like I'm sure that you are aware, but most beings that are neurodivergent, have ADHD and all of that, they're quite sensitive beings. They're very highly aware, they're very intuitive, they're very gifted, and coping in density is challenging. So we teach the body how to connect slowly over time by healing these pieces and parts. So I feel like this will be really transformative for you, and probably many that are going to go through this with you afterwards. Is there anything that you want to speak to before we like deeply drop into this?
Nothing specific is coming up right now, but I am getting an image of me as a child, and this has been an image that's been coming up for a few months now, but it's just me as a really young child, like it's dark, it's a cold floor, and she's just on the floor, like on the ground crying, and she's even got shackles on her.
Hey. Oh, beautiful. So we're going to start to settle your nervous system so that we're not re-traumatizing. That's something that's really important for me as a facilitator, is to make sure that you feel safe, held, that you can witness what you need to, and we release what's there. So we're just going to really allow for a nice, safe, protective environment, to let the heart and the sacred garden of the heart be the space and the place where all of your younger versions of self can go and connect. And we're going to breathe into this sacred garden to feel this beautiful sacred garden of the heart by breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in. Where we ask all scared, fearful, anxious, worried, dreading parts, all of these versions of you, we just let them know it's okay. It's okay to feel this. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to dread. It's okay to have anxiety. It's okay to have terror. All of that is okay, that we're here in love, in safety and protection, that I have no agenda, no intention other to be a clear conduit of pure consciousness to assist your consciousness transformation and healing. Beautiful. I don't want anything in return. And we're going to let all of these younger versions come into this heart where all of their needs are met, where all of their emotions are seen and felt, and they're given the love and the attention and the validation and the support and the protection and the play and the curiosity that they need to be strong and to feel loved and safe within your heart. Beautiful. And they're never alone in there. They've always got each other, and they've always got you in this beautiful sacred garden of the heart. Beautiful. And just gently, I'm just going to get you to do a circular motion on your heart, to just gently feel as though you're nourishing them with your hand, just circulating, bringing that nourishment in for the inner child, the younger versions, the fragmented parts, and giving that love back into your heart from your own hand. Beautiful. As we ask the body to release any excessive anxiety, we ask the body to release any excessive parts that are not you, anything that you've picked up on along the way. We're going to ask to cleanse, clear, and purify. We're going to ask to cleanse, clear, and purify any energies that have absorbed into you. And we're just setting you up for this process by really creating a safe environment. Nothing outside of you is welcome. Sending back all the energies and holding the energy of you and only you. You and only you. You and only you. Beautiful. And we're going to ask to weave that beautiful infinity symbol to allow for the toroidal field, the chakras, the circuitry systems, all layers of your light to matter, to be in coherence, synergy and balance to the center of your being. Beautiful, perfect. Letting the lungs, the meridian lines, the kidneys and the liver all relax and feel a little more centered, open, spaciousness. Perfect, beautiful. Gently, slowly settling. We're not in a rush. No need to hurry. Hey. We're going to ask now that any elements of protection through ego, shadow, or not self that might interfere, we're just going to ask them to gently step back and to take 3 steps behind you. Feeling them step behind you. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. And just witnessing, just observing. We're now going to go and see this reality of dread. You've already shared your story, you've already shared your narrative, you've already shared your experience. And this experience that you've had in the reality we call dread, we're going to ask to start to cleanse, clear, purify, relinquish, and release. With every breath it breathes out, with every word it dissipates and dissolves, and we're choosing through conscious free will, through this moment, to let go of this reality of dread, to step beyond it, to collapse it, all of its stories, all of its thoughts, all of its perceptions, all of its thinking, all of its belief systems, all of its identities. Beautiful. And we're going to cleanse, clear, purify, relinquish, and release. And we're just going to ask the heart now what the heart might be feeling and sensing, and just sharing what's alive for you now.
There's a feeling of dread when it comes to facing what would be judged as the less desirable parts of myself. There was infidelity in my relationship a little over 2 years ago. And me and my fiance split, but not really split because we were still living together. But something came alive in me then that hasn't really stopped. It's like an energy of I have to leave, and it's simultaneously dreading leaving and dreading being here.
Beautiful. So we're going to ask that any cognitive dissonance that exists between your left and your right hemispheres of your brain, that create dreading of both realities and ultimately unhappiness through both perceptions. We're going to ask anywhere that you dread facing yourself, or anywhere that you dread staying as you are, in these elements of your beautiful cleansing, clearing, purifying, dissolving, dismantling. We're going to ask the cells of your heart and the cells of your body to just release anywhere there's dread of facing what you might perceive as less desirable. And we'll just call them shadow parts, unconscious parts, subconscious parts. Hey, beautiful. And we're going to take a nice deep breath into releasing the dread of seeing thyself by breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful. And just asking you now, what's the worst thing that would happen if you saw yourself in these parts?
I feel like I wouldn't be loved.
So you can ask to cleanse, clear, and purify the belief I won't be loved if I'm seen in these shadows, in these wounds, in this darkness. And we're going to Cleanse, clear, purify, relinquish and release this. Give it up. Send it to source. Ooh, beautiful. Hiatere, tia shandare, kiatere, kiataramate kianai. Beautiful. Ooh. And now we're going to ask, what's the worst thing about being loved?
I feel like having to be I feel like it's almost like a fear of being transparent and showing up as my true authentic self because I'm so used to masking.
Beautiful. 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 Witnessing that, using the awareness of the fear of being loved in your authentic self and all of the fears of dropping the masks, dropping the pretending, dropping the inauthenticity. And we're going to ask for all of those masks, all of those identities, all of those covers and inauthentic versions of you that you're ready to let go of just in this moment, to just step away. Watching them step away and out of your experience and reminding your heart, your body, your being, all of that which is you, that you can be loved just for who you are. Gently reminding yourself you can be loved just for who you are. Gently letting the heart remember, you are loved for exactly as you are. Completely perfect in all of your presentation. Beautiful. Unlocking any emotion that wants to come up to be moved through, to be grieved. Good. And we're going to cleanse, clear, and release the emotion of sorrow. We're going to cleanse, clear, and purify and release the emotion of desperation. And we're going to cleanse, clear, and purify and release the emotion of fear. And we're going to let that move through. And we're going to start to look at this state that was created. And we're going to see how it's relevant to what's presenting for you. That this dread is a reality that was once functioned from, that you're stepping beyond and out of, that you're alchemizing and moving through, that you're facing and allowing. So we ask that the state of hell that's existed within you and perhaps being perceived externally and around you. So we ask that the state of hell is cleansed, cleared, and purified. And asking to see, with everything that you're experiencing, what feels the most like hell for you in truth.
A lot of times it just feels like hell, honestly, being in a body, being in a physical vessel.
And how does this hell in being in a body, being in physical, relate to being loved?
It feels like I chose to think separately from my creator, therefore I'm not worthy of my creator's love. And if I'm not worthy of my creator's love, I'm not worthy of my own love or anybody else's love.
And therefore you default into experiencing hell. Beautiful. We're going to ask that this core belief and this distortion that's held within the mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, through all quadrants and all trinities, through all time space continuum, that if I separated from the creator, if I separated from source, if I separated from God consciousness, from the I am, the wholeness, the oneness, that I'm unworthy of love. And we're gonna ask that this unworthiness of love is dismantled, decoded, and deconstructed from the cells, the atoms, the molecules, that any perception of separation from primordial connection means you're unlovable. We're going to ask to flush that through, and we're going to bring through these purification waters, tapping, shaking, breathing, whatever you need out to release this perception. This is not true. This is not the truth. Source, primordial creator gave you this gift of creation because of love. To experience yourself through the divine presence of creator in the form of separation. Beautiful, beautiful. Cellular detoxification, cellular reconciliation, as we ask the cells that have been holding this separation, impactful, damaging presentation that's removed itself from source because of unworthiness of love. We're going to ask all those cells that hold separation as a primary function to go into the receiving of the primordial connection to create a beautiful, good job. Really letting those cells know that they don't have to live in that perception of reality any longer. Those cells can be primordial creator connection, allowing that energy to connect, to recommune, to flood through. And just asking what your cellular body wants to share with you in vision, feeling, thought now.
I'm seeing I don't know how to describe it. It almost looks like a funnel. Not really a funnel, but yeah, I guess a funnel, kind of like this shape.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very colorful, pastel-y, and it's got like the top is like iridescent.
Would you say that's the center of your channel or your toroidal field? It has that shape. Does that resonate?
Yes.
Beautiful. So just witnessing your internal energy in color and witnessing what you feel like, what you sense like, what you... Beautiful. Seeing yourself in this inner central channel, gorgeous, allowing that to be re-remembered through your energy systems, this beautiful pastel colors. And how do you feel about this visual? What does it give you?
It makes me smile, and there's an appreciation for it, but it's also like you've known this the whole time type energy.
Beautiful. We're allowing that remembrance of the internal, remembering the smile, the subtle presence, the recognition, and all of the feelings it gives you to return back to your being. Beautiful. All online, all awake, all remember. This is you, you are this. This is you, you are this. This is you, you are this. Beautiful. As you're allowing this reconnection, remembering this feeling, this knownness to come back online, we're going to move into the thought forms of the neurology now, and we're going to ask for the thoughts that created the story and the narrative of this once past reality of dread that we no longer connect to, we no longer feel is true. We're going to ask the thought that created it and any other thoughts that sit within the neurological pathways of this can't be happening. And anywhere this can't be happening was maybe the first thought that you had as you left primordial creator. Anywhere that consciousness presented, and anywhere after that through the entire time-space continuum. We're going to ask to let that thought patterning go. No longer feeling disbelief of the experience, no longer feeling terror, fear, angst, dread of that first point of separation from your primordial creator. And we're going to cleanse, clear, and purify from the synapses and the neuro pathways through the entirety of your consciousness. Hey, we're going to allow your present consciousness to rewire and fire new thought paradigms, new thinking, new consciousness as pure consciousness. And the connection to creator consciousness is received through the brain, translated through the heart, and assisted through the gut. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Amazing. We're going to take some nice strong deep breaths to allow that recalibration of the synapses and the consciousness by taking a nice strong deep breath in. And out. Beautiful. Just dissipating any thing that no longer serves, just dissipating any lower vibrational frequencies, just letting it all go, letting it all go, letting it all go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. As we now move into the emotional quadrants. We're going to ask for the emotional energy, any residue, anywhere it's felt like hardship away from creator, hardship to live on earth so far from creator, hardship to be human, hardship to be form, hardship to be on earth, any of the hardship being so far in perception, which is not the truth, from your original creation point. Beautiful. We're going to ask to cleanse, clear, and purify that emotion, all of its other emotions, and just speaking out some of those emotions you'd like to fully release and relinquish.
Dread, hate, or hatred, depression, the feeling of being broken, fragmentation.
Hey, amataria, sandaria, shondoria, keharia, tatakaramata, keria, tatakiana. Eshkeria, satakaroko, takoria, tatakaramata, keria.
Heaviness, the feeling of being in a cage.
Beautiful. Breaking free from all of those emotions as we give them up in totality through all time-space continuum, through all consciousness, through the conscious mind, the unconscious, the subconscious, and the superconsciousness, no longer choosing to resonate, no longer choosing to manifest, no longer choosing to be, no longer choosing to attach. Beautiful. Cleansing, clearing, purifying, relinquishing, releasing, moving those emotions out, moving those emotions through, moving those emotions through. Back to God's source creator, back to the primordial creation point in wholeness. Beautiful. I'm just going to ask your heart from this connection point, what would you like to bring forth as a way of experiencing?
Love, confidence, power, authenticity, bravery, boldness.
Beautiful. We're going to bring in all of those. I think there might be one more.
Wholeness.
Beautiful. Hey, ateria, teria, ki andare, escreatore, taria, teria, kiana. We're going to call in all of your soul pieces, all of your soul parts, all of your consciousness in a full soul spirit consciousness retrieval, all your light returning, all your frequency returning, all your colors, all of your geometry, all of your beautiful patterns, all of your symbologies, all of your unique snowflake returning into this present moment, flooding you with yourself, flooding you with the love for yourself, flooding you with the love from Creator, flooding you with the love from another here present in unconditional love for you just as you are, feeling it in all presentations of self, other, all, witnessing beautiful, good, observing, holding. As we ask for the heart to go through a restructuring process, we ask for the heart to go through a recalibration process. Ooh, amazing. We ask for this heart energy to now release any of the original soul fragmentations. We no longer need those. Any points of foundational inversion, we now cleanse, clear, purify, relinquish, and release. And we completely release the inversions of the foundational self. Feeling those foundational inversions completely be pulled, relinquished, dissolved, extracted. This is not you, you are not this. This is not you, you are not this. This is not you, you are not this. Hey, amataria, kiandaria, shandaria, kuria, tetekianai. Eshkeria, turia, tatakarumutu, kuria, tetekiaria, tatakarumata, kuri. Eshkeria, sutokurukutu, kuria, tetekiandare. Eskeria, shandaria, tetekianai. Beautiful, doing really well, letting those cells really tap out that density, move out that cellular matter that is not you. As we go into that physical, since the physical is already activated, it's aware. And just asking your physical being and your body what it wants to stop being or stop partaking with.
I want to stop being so reserved and constricted in terms of I'm too afraid to allow myself to show all of myself and be expansive and allow myself to be loud, boisterous, happy, feeling like I need to contain my excitement, contain my laughter.
Beautiful. We can ask for all physical restrictions, all physical containment, all physical resistance to your natural expression, your natural creation flow, your natural self to just start to dissolve. Beautiful. Cellular restructuring. Any of those cells are ready to let go. Any of those cells that are ready to release. Full consent and permission through sovereign choice for those cells to go through a detoxification, a deletion, and a death process that we're consciously choosing for the cells that are not of support to your unique expression, to your essence, to who you are, to go. Beautiful. Down, 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 giving it back to Mother Gaia, giving it back to the earth, sending it down. As we ask now for the physical manifestation in the body and any other physical manifestations of illness, disease, sickness, intolerance, imbalance, genetic, beautiful, locating all physical elements in biology, physiology, form, body, vessel, flesh, all the way down to the molecular and anatomic level. And we're going to completely tune into all cells that are no longer serving. And we're going to release specifically the one that holds the energy signature of A-T, which is ataxia, telangiectasia. Energy signature is all we need. Beautiful. And anything that's collaborated with that. And we're going through a complete cleansing, detoxification of the cells, of the body, of the atoms. Oh, beautiful. All the way through the organs, the spinal column, any decline in the cells, all choosing either death or transformation, death or transformation. Knowing that cellular death allows for vitality, health, and transformation. Beautiful, good. Now we're going to gather up all the cells that would like to go through rebirth, transformation, and to restructure and evolve into the perfect cellular structure of you as a woman in form, connected to your creator. This beautiful, perfect cellular creation. In lightness, in flow, in communion, in union with self, and creation within and all around. Beautiful. We're asking the body to go through a complete recalibration now. Asking for that molecular restructuring, good, and that redesign of form to support you moving forward. Ita tika rama te shinda tika tita rama eske ita tita rama te te kita tarama. And we're just going to sit here for a little bit and allow these cells to do what they need to do. To ensure everything is gone, sent to the earth that is not you, that is not this remembered, beautiful, gorgeous creator expression of the woman that is Danielle. Beautiful. Amazing. We're now going to ask you to move through your consciousness. This first moment, which we've already identified, the disconnection and the separation from the true one source of love, your creator. And we're going to go to this core creation point, to the very first thread of separation that existed, the ultimate wound, the ultimate separation point. And gather up all of the thoughts, feelings, anything that's ever existed from it. And we're going to grab this thread of separation and how it connects to the feeling and the core wound of I'm dying, and the feeling of how it felt to leave Creator felt like a death. And we're asking your body, your mind, your consciousness, and all that you are to release the feeling of I'm dying in this moment. Ooh. And anywhere separation from Creator, anywhere separation from self, anywhere separation from the source of all things, and any energetic communion and union with self and authenticity has felt like I'm dying, we're going to cleanse, clear, and purify that. Relinquish and release that in totality. We're going to release that energy, that story, that thinking pattern, that paradigm. No more giving it up. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your service. Thank you for all you've been. No longer required. I can see, I can be in life. I'm always connected to my Creator. I am creation in form. Beautiful. Reminding the body and all of you that you are creation. Anaye, yamanaye, yamanaye. Yamanaye, yamanaye. Cleansing, clearing, purifying, and we're bringing in those eternal waters now to place you in a healing pod where the energy circulates and weaves and moves around you and flushes through your above, your below, your inner and outer, and takes all residues, all hooks, all cords, all threads, anything else that might magnetize, re-attract, all particles, all stardust, all of those little shards, all of it purifying and leaving in totality, purifying and leaving in totality, purifying and leaving in totality. Hey, you. Hey, you. Hey, you. Hey, amanaye, amanaye, amanaye. Beautiful. We're going to take 3 deep breaths to let all of this settle and move. By breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out. And in and out. We now step out of what once was. We no longer label it, we no longer call it anything, but what was no longer exists in the here and now. And you see it as a big ball in reality behind you as you step out of it. And it starts to distance itself behind you, drawing back all of its pieces, parts, all of its constructs, all of its frameworks, all slowly drifting behind you, back, back, back. Back, back, back. Back, 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 back. Dayatara materia ki andare, ishkaria sundoria teria ki, eshkaria toria te anai, taking a breath. Back, back, back. This once known experience goes into the distance, so far away that you can no longer feel it, you can no longer sense it, you can no longer interact with it, you can no longer be it, you can no longer Remember what it was, and all the way back into the void of non-existence. Beautiful. Letting it all go into the void of non-existence. Safe in this newness, safe in this remembrance, safe in your connection to creation and creator. And you're going to step forward, and you're going to step into this new functioning reality, this new beautiful possibility, and you're going to ask yourself, what is available to you now that wasn't available before?
The freedom to express myself and not have to worry about controlling how I'm perceived by others.
And what do you remember that you didn't remember before?
That it was available to me the whole time. When I would look at others expressing themselves freely and wish that I could do that, the freedom was there to do it the whole time.
Beautiful. We're allowing sovereignty of expression to be brought through and remembered in totality in this realization. We're going to instate and choose sovereign expression as your freedom and your right to be and exist as a woman, as a being, as a human being on this planet. This is your free will. This is instated. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Reminding all of your expression to be there. Hey. And we're going to ask one more question before we invoke and bring forward this beautiful creation energy that wants to come through. What do you want to share with yourself moving forward?
I want to share with her that I will always love her, no matter what, in all of her expressions.
Hey, Anai, yeah. Hey, Anai, bringing that beautiful love for self in all expressions, to hold in love, to witness in love, to be in love with thyself. Hey, ati tata karamatore kiatare anai, ishkateskatai anai ate anai. We're going to bring in the feeling of what it would be like to live on heaven on earth. To allow heaven to be here in this beautiful experience of free expression, sovereignty, connection, creativity, and that creator remembrance all around you as you. Beautiful. We're going to ask you to step into the primary creation point, the creation point that has now become available. We ask that this creation point is brought through in feeling and sensation, energy and vibration, magic and color and a luminosity, and to feel this creation weave and remind and interact and engage with all four quadrants, all trinities through your entire time-space continuum. Feeling it all flood through, restructure, return. Yamanae, yanae, yamanae, ya. Oh. Daya shetete kia taria tata karamata kerianai. Ishkeria soto koroko tokoria tata kianai. Iskeria shundoria tata karamata koria tata kianai. Iskeria tata karamata koria tata ki. Ishkeria taya 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 nai. Encenderia kiataria toria de. Encendia deria shuto koroko tokoria sete kiandeana. Esketia shuto koroko tokoyana. Eskeria shuto koria tatakiana. And we're going to ask that the creation point known as love accepted, beyond what was, that we ask the creation point of love accepted. I accept I am love. I accept love from all around me. I accept the love of my creator. I accept the love of my spouse. I accept the love of myself. I accept the love of my community. I accept the love of the earth, the elements. I accept the love of the gifts of this experience, and I am love accepted. I am love accepted. I am love accepted. Beautiful feeling. Shoo. As we now ask for the final 3 breaths of recalibration to move through, to synergize, harmonize, and balance, to bring homeostasis to this state of functioning, to this consciousness, to this expression in the above, the below, the inner, the outer, through all time, space continuum, through all trinities and all quadrants. This is you, you are this. Love accepted. I am love accepted. Love accepted is me. And taking 3 deep breaths now, breathing in. And out. Breathing in. And out. And in. And out. Dayati karama tiate sheteki tayate. It is done. It is done. It is already done. Gently, slowly starting to anchoring into your feet in this new state of being. Grounded and anchored in this beautiful reality that you can see, feel, sense, and experience in free expression and lightness. Feeling your feet and your ankles and your calves and your knees all moving differently, responding differently. Feeling into the thighs, the hips, the lower back, all of you returning. Consciousness in form. Up the front of the chest, the back, the shoulders, the arms and the hands. Moving the neck from side to side. Allowing yourself to come in, wriggling the fingers and toes, giving yourself a bit of a stretch, and gently, slowly, when you're ready, flickering your eyes open, ready and awake. How are you feeling?
I feel much lighter.
Yeah.
I feel sparkly. Like I don't know how else to. It just feels sparkly. Like my cells feel like they're sparkling.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. So the restructuring phase may take a little bit of time to move and to, well, it's really the ripple effect if you think of it, because we've asked for instant integration. So now it's all the things that maybe were participating, different layers, different other things that sort of open and move and shift. So it'll be more the ripple effect that you experience from here that will be an adjustment process, because anytime you land into sparkliness and you're like, this is different, this is new, I don't know what to do, right? And that sparkle can take some, yeah, like I accept this way of being and open to more of it, and I allow more of it, and the more that you embrace those pieces and those parts, and the more that it will just become more natural, right? Because it does feel unfamiliar when you've lived a whole life not yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that adjustment phase is necessary. So you'll probably need a lot of water to help your cells move out, whatever's shifting from that. And a little bit of movement feels really good for you, like stretching and different things, not necessarily weight movement, but more unlocking and shifting out. You could do that through a run if you wanted to, or something that was more yeah, opening.
Walking. What about
Yeah.
walking, intuitive stretching?
Yeah, walking and intuitive stretching would be perfect to help
Okay.
that. Um, hmm, a little bit of lemon water or something alkalining could also support, not completely necessary, but just a little bit of internal assistance. And I really get that these other sessions that are going to go out to the email list and, you know, to be offered on YouTube as well, that they would be really great for you to continue after, like, you've just moved through this, to keep reminding you and moving other layers. So that, like, sort of feels like integration support is. I feel like all 6 would be really great for you. And just do them in your own time. Trust your guidance, your intuition, and move through that. Is there anything that you want to share about that experience or unpack in relation to what you moved through?
Um, I know I was definitely having a lot of visuals throughout the experience. It felt very, I'm still like, I just struggle to find my words sometimes. This is why like energetic telepathy is very important to me. Um, but like, I mean, honestly, like part of me is just kind of speechless. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I feel a lot lighter. I feel like it almost feels like it was a pivot point where before I felt like when I was moving, it was more of like a very slow, like this, even slower than that, but this felt more like like that.
Yeah.
Um, and you were talking about going back and watching the other ones that you just did with other people, correct?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
in the coming weeks. I think what you expressed was really beautiful, and I can feel that speechlessness. And it is an experience like this is quite speechless, especially if you're going to a core fragmentation point, which you did. And it will
Mhm.
take time to mentally, you know, you can telepathically understand it, but to cognitively understand and express that can take time. I wouldn't expect you to be able to verbally dialect any of that
I
at
feel like
all.
that's where I place a lot of expectation on myself to be able to articulate my words the way I want to when I just can't yet, you know?
Yeah, yeah. takes time to, I guess, embody the wisdom that comes through in those moments and the
Yes.
information. So I feel exactly what you said. That was a great explanation. It feels like you went from here to, well, here, but here. It's like a reset point to your inner compass and a massive transformation. So it'll be really beautiful to see what unfolds for you in how you feel about yourself and your life and your experience. And I would love to hear feedback when, when that time moves forward. But speechless is beautiful because it's really quite profound, and that's, you've got to experience and continue to experience these elements of our own internal consciousness to believe that this is what we are, sparkles, right? So thank you for your vulnerability. Thank you for showing up. I'm really excited for you, darling. And make sure you go rest and relax and do whatever you need to do to your honest self. And we will talk soon, unless there's anything else you want to share or say.
The only thing I can think of is I did check out your 12-week DAC process program, and I really do resonate with that. So I feel like that's going to be something that I will be doing soon as well.
Yeah. It's a beautiful, beautiful program, and there's all the integration tools as well as Q&As. So there's 12 core wounds, and then there's fortnightly in-between sessions to just help integration worksheet. It's so, so powerful. I believe it's 242 Australian dollars, which is like, half a one-on-one session with me, and you get all of this amazing, truly transformative. So I would love that, because they are the core. Even if humanity as a whole could just heal their mother and their father wound, our whole collective consciousness would be drastically different, like so drastically. I think you've dropped out again. And that, when we decide to action something big like today, then what becomes present, what becomes open, what becomes available can be a complete shift in our experience. And sometimes it's only 2-3 major core wounds for someone. Sometimes it's, not everyone has to do the amount of work that, say, someone like myself is doing. I've chosen to do this to be the most evolved physical embodiment I can be, which has been extremely excruciating and challenging. And sometimes we just need to get to a really beautiful baseline of love, of like, I've healed this part and I'm happy to live from this place. Like, we don't have to constantly evolve. We don't. And just really, really, really excited for you. So I can't wait for you to join that program if it's still resonating after this, and receive the other ones as well.
Yes, and I love that it has integration tools, because in my personal experience, one of the parts I struggle with the most is the integration aspect.
Yeah. Integration is the hardest to reframe, and different tools and techniques. And it's often what healers and different pathways of multidimensional work, they don't do enough of it, and they just get you to come for more healings. And it's not helpful, because you're rising the frequency and you're bringing all this stuff in, but the human being's like, well, what the fuck do I do now?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so in saying that, I'll actually send you an integration for this one, so that it can support you, and can just send you an integration sheet and you can work through that.
Okay, that'd be amazing. Thank you.
All right, darling. Thank you so much for your time and your energy.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy, sweetheart.
I'm truly grateful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.